Hi friends, this is Manikanta Prasanna Kumar and welcome to my channel Maths with Money. You can follow me on my Facebook page Maths with Money. Regarding myself, I was selected in RRB NTPC and also SSC CGL and I have 3 years experience in teaching quantitative aptitude. So in this video, I'll explain CGL 2018, SSC CGL 2018 mains questions which was conducted on September 12th. I already discussed the first 60 questions and in this video I'll explain 61 to 70. Before starting of this video, I want to tell you one thing about the availability of the Pure Maths PDFs. Now Pure Maths PDFs are available in Instamojo. You can purchase those PDFs through Instamojo or you can message to my WhatsApp number. This is my WhatsApp number. You can message me in that and you will get the PDFs. Okay, and what are the PDFs available are APPSC previous year questions compilation, that is topic wise like current affairs, polity, history, geography and like that. And in this PDF you will get more than 580 questions. And not only these PDFs, the Pure Maths PDFs like geometry mensuration 2D, that is triangles, quadrilaterals, circles and inscribing figures and also shaded regions. With this 3D mensuration, algebra, trigonometry, progressions and coordinate geometry are also available. But the aspirants who are preparing for the particularly like DAO exam, DAO means a Divisional Accounts Officer exam or FRO exam, next ASO exam. For these exams, statistics is required and for these two exams, these two are also required. So you can get these PDFs also from the Instamojo. Okay, let's start our main video, that is 61 to 70. Let's see the first one, that is 62nd, because 61 is a data interpretation question. I already told you I skip all the data interpretation questions and I'll explain only arithmetic and pure maths related questions. Let's see the 62. Renu was sitting inside the train A, which was traveling at 50 km/h. Another train B, whose length was 3 times the length of the A, crossed her in the opposite direction in 15 seconds. If the speed of the train B was 58 km/h, then the length of the train A. Okay, basically for suppose it is a train A and there is another train B which is 3 times, length of the train B is 3 times more than the A. For suppose it is B. There is a person Renu who was sitting inside the train A. Okay, if the length of the train A is X, then what about the length of the train B? It is 3x because 3 times. Very good. Next, this larger train or the train B is crossed her, not the train A. This train crossed the Renu, not total train A. That is very important. Since the train crossed the person, which is nothing but a train crossing the pole, both are same models. That's why when a train crosses a pole in t seconds, then what is the velocity of train? Length of the train by time taken. Yes, so that's why velocity of this train. But here train A is also moving and they are moving in opposite direction. Since they are moving in opposite direction, definitely their velocity should be added. Because relative velocity, when the trains or when the objects are moving in opposite direction, then the relative velocity is sum of their velocities. So 50 is velocity of A and 58 is velocity of B. So this is the total velocity, which is equal to distance or length of the train B by time taken, that is 15. So 3 ones, 3 5s. But here the velocity is in which? That is in km/h. So you have to multiply with 5 by 18. So 5 by 18 to get the meter per second, because here time is in seconds. So now observe, 18 ones, it is 50 plus 58, 108. 18 6, 108. So 5 into 6, 30. 30 into 5, 150. So what is the value of x? 150. You have to find out what? Length of triangle A, that is x. So x is equal to how much? 150. So fourth option is the correct answer. Clear? Next, 63rd. 63rd is also data interpretation. So 64. The sides of the triangle are 56, 90, 106. 56, 90, 106 are nothing but sides of the right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. The circumference of its circumcircle. Circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi r basically. So what is the radius of its circumcircle? Radius of the circumcircle in right angle triangle is equal to half of the hypotenuse. Yes. So what is the value of 2 into r? That is nothing but hypotenuse. Okay. So in place of 2r, I can write the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is nothing but the longest side of the triangle. So 106 into pi. So wherever the option 106 pi is there, that is the correct answer. So that is option B. That's it. Next, 65. 65. Yes. This is very important model. I will tell you this model in shorter time. The average of 33 numbers is 74. The average of the first 17 numbers is 72.8 and that of the last 17 numbers is 77.2. If the 17th number is excluded, then what will be the average of the remaining numbers correct to one decimal place? Chala important amma idi. Okay, we have total 33 numbers. Clear? Observe clearly. Okay, so total 33 numbers. Here these are 33 numbers. Okay, in which here these are the first 17 numbers. Okay, and these are the last 17 numbers. These are last 17 and these are first 17. So in first 17 and last 17, which number is included in both? That is the 17th number. So for 33 numbers, what is the average? 74 is the total average. For first 17 number, what is the average? 72.8. For last 17, what is the average? Average is 77.2. Now, if you observe clearly, here 72 point is average. So what about the overall average? 74. So ekunda takunda, it is less than 74 and how much? It is minus 1.2 or 1.2 less. What about this last 17? 77.2. Comparing with the overall average, it is more than 3.2. Yes, 1.2 is average and here is 3.2. Clear? Yes or no? Okay. Now tell me, here these are for one number the average is 1.2 reduction. So here total 17 numbers, so multiply with 17. Here also for one number 3.2, for total 17 numbers it is 17 into 3.2. So now add these two. 17 into minus 1.2, here 17 into 3.2. If I add these two, 17 into 17 take a common, 3.2 minus 1.2, 2. 17 into 2 entama? 34. So 34 is the extra number which was included by the 17th number. Because of the 17th number, this value is included. But now I am excluding the 17th number. I am excluding the 17th number means I have to exclude this value. I have to exclude this value. So 34 value should be excluded. 34 should be value excluded. Now out of 33 numbers, if one number is excluded, how many numbers are there? Remaining numbers? 32 numbers are there. Yes. So for one number 34. So overall for 32 numbers, what about the average? 34 by 32, that is 17 by 16 should be subtracted. ఎందుకు ఇది ఎక్స్క్లూడ్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా, సబ్స్ట్రాక్టెడ్. సో 17/16 అంటే ఎంతమ్మా, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈక్వల్ టు -1.0625. సో అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ఓవరాల్ యావరేజ్ 74, 1.60625 should be subtracted. That is equal to how much? 72.96 or sorry 93. Sorry, 9375. Yes, 72.9375 is the exact value. So where it is 72.9, that is first option is the correct answer. So basically here you have average for first 17 and last 17, and you have the total average. So comparing with total average, it was lesser and it was more. If you add both the terms, both the values, you will get the value of the 17th number. Sorry, yes, 17th number. So you are excluding that 17th number. Okay, so if you are excluding that 17th number, you have to you can easily find out the direct average of the remaining numbers, which is equal to overall average minus because you are excluding, that's why you take minus 34, that is the extra value you are getting by number of the terms after excluding the number, so 32. So this is directly you can find out. Clear? Next, 66. Yes, three fractions xyz are such that x is greater than y is greater than z. When the smallest of them, what is the smallest of them, z, is divided by the greatest, which one is greatest, x, the result is 9/16. The result is 9/16. Okay, which exceeds y, this value exceeds y by how much? 0.0625. So then what is the value of x plus z if x plus y plus z is 113/24? Okay, so basically here you can solve this many types. Directly I can solve it within seconds. How? Here z is 9 parts and x is 16 parts. What is the value of x plus z? 25 parts. So option lo ఖచ్చితంగా 25 multiple ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో అదే ఆన్సర్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద 25 multiple. సో డైరెక్ట్లీ ఐ కెన్ పుట్ ద వాల్యూ ఆప్షన్ సి. ఓకే, వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కరెక్ట్ ఆర్ నాట్, లెట్ us see. Okay, let's explain this using the procedure. We already did the same model in the previous shift, that is September 11th also. 0.0625 is nothing but 1/16. Okay, so now y plus 1/16 equal to z by x. Yes, so now observe. So y plus 1/16, sorry, y plus 1/16 is equal to how much? 9/16. So what is the value of y? 9 minus 1, 8/16, that is 1/2. If y equal to 1/2, substitute y equal to 1/2 in this equation. X plus z plus 1/2 equal to 113/24, mixed fraction converted into fraction, that is 37/24. So ఈ 1/2 ని పంపించేసేయండి. X plus z is equal to 37/24 minus 1/2. Take LCM 24. 37 minus 12, that is 25/24, where it is third option. Clear? So you can easily solve in this way also. Okay, next question, that is 67th. This is also very important. In triangle ABC, AB equal to AC, whenever in triangle two sides are equal, we call it as isosceles triangle. And D is a point on BC. For suppose it is a triangle ABC, that is isosceles triangle in which these two are equal, and D is some point on BC, and BD is 5. BD is 5. And AB is 12. Since AB is 12, AC is also 12. Okay, very good. And AD is 8. AD means this, it is 8. And what is the length of CD? For suppose if CD is x, then what is the value of CD? You have to find out. Okay, In isosceles triangles concept, if you do not watch that video, please watch that video. Same problem, same model we already discussed. With proof I told that. Okay, proof to saha nenu cheppadam jarigindi. Sorry. Whenever in triangle ABC, these two are equals, for suppose this is A and it is also A. Okay, and a point D is on BC and the BD is suppose C and it is a D and the distance AD is B, then directly we can write A square minus B square equal to CD. A square minus B square equal to CD. We already, I told you this formula with proof in isosceles triangles concept. Please watch that video also. So నేను ఆల్రెడీ ఈ వీడియో ఎప్పుడు చెప్పానంటే 11 months బ్యాక్ చెప్పాను, 11 months బ్యాక్, బట్ ఇట్ వాస్ గివెన్ ఇన్ 6 months బ్యాక్, 6 or 8 months బ్యాక్ ఎగ్జామ్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ వాచ్ దట్ వీడియో డెఫినెట్లీ యూ కెన్ సాల్వ్ దిస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఈజీలీ. సో A, this is A and it is B and it is C and it is a D. That's it. So A square minus B square. A square minus B square means 12 square minus 8 square is equal to CD, that is 5 into X. A square minus B square, ఈ ఫార్ములా ఏంటమ్మా 12 plus 8 20 into A minus B 12 minus 8 4 equal to 5X. 5 ones 5 fours, 4 into 4 16. So what is the value of X? 16 centimeter. Where it is? Second option. That's it. Within seconds you can easily solve it. Okay, if you remember the concept, that if you remember the formula directly, that is this. What is the formula? This is the formula. Yes, this is the formula. If you remember this, you can easily solve it. Okay, let's take the next one, that is 68. An article is sold at certain price. It is sold at 80% of this price. Okay, then there will be loss of 10%. Okay, what is the percentage of profit when the article is sold at the original selling price? Okay, చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి. ఏ ఆర్టికల్ is sold at certain price, I don't know what is the price he was selling, but if it is sold at 80% of this price, please remember here we have initial selling price and final selling price. Okay, initially we don't know how much he was selling, certain price. Okay, 80% means 4 by 5. That means if initial selling price is 5 parts, what about the final selling price? 4 parts. Okay, if he was selling at 4 parts, if the selling price is 4 parts, then what about the loss? It is a 10%. Loss is how much? 10%. 10% means 1 by 10. That means if suppose this is the cost price. Okay, if cost price is a 10 parts, then what about the selling price? 1 part is a loss. So what about selling price? 9 parts when you are selling at this price. Clear all of you? In the first case it is 4 parts, in the second case it is 9 parts. In both the cases you get the same value. That's why here I multiply with 9, here also I'll multiply with 9. So here also multiply, sorry, here I am not multiplying with 9, sorry. Okay, here multiplying with 4. Okay, so 4 into 9 36, 9 into 4 36, 5 into 9 45. Here multiplying with 4, here also 4 40. Okay, now what we are asking, what is the percentage profit when the article is sold at the original or initial selling price? Now cost price is 40, selling price is 45. So what is the profit? 5 parts upon cost price, that is 40 into 100. 5 8s, 8 12.5. So 12.5% is the percentage profit. Where it is? First option. So here in the first condition, selling at 80% of the price, 80% of the initial price, 80%, 4 by 5. 5 parts is initial, 4 parts is final selling price. But second condition, he was given loss percentage, that is 10%, 1 by 10. 10 parts is cost price, then 1 part is a loss. What about SP? CP minus loss, that is a 9 parts. In the first case it is 4 parts, it is 9 parts. In both the cases you will get the same selling price. That's why you are taken the LCM of 4 and 9, that is 36. So from that, here the selling price, initial selling price becomes 45 and the cost price is 40. So you have to take the profit percentage, 5 profit upon 40 into 100. So what is the answer? 12 and of percentage. Clear? Next 69. To do a certain work, the ratio of the efficiencies of x and y is 5:4. Okay. Working together, they can complete the same work in 10 days. If the efficiency of x is 5 and efficiency of y is 4 parts, since the ratio is 5:4, I can take the parts, 5 parts and it is 4 parts. So what is the overall x plus y efficiency? 9 parts. By working together, that can take 10 days means what is the total work? 9 into 10, that is the total work is 90 units. Okay. Now, efficiencies, in one day x can finish the work in 5 parts, in one day x can do 5 units and y can do 4 units. Yes, that it was given finally. Next, y alone starts the work and leaves after 5 days. That means y did work for only 5 days. That is 4 into 5, 20 units completed by y. What about the remaining work? 90 minus 20, that is 70 parts is there. This remaining work will be completed by x alone in. What is the efficiency of x? 5. So 70 by 5, that is 14. So in 14 days, x can alone complete the remaining work. That's it. So option B is the correct answer. Okay. And next 70. So that is the last problem for this session. A person sells an article at 60% below its cost price. Had he sold it for 33 rupees more, he would have gained 14%. He would have gained 14%. To gain 25%, he should sell the article for. He should sell article for how much? Very simple here it is. Suppose if the cost price of the article, cost price of the article is 100 rupees or 100 parts. Okay. Now initially a person sells an article at 16% below its cost price. Ante enta kamadu? 84 rupees kamadu. Antena? Initially. Next, had he sold it for 33 rupees more, he would have gained 14% gain. So 114% gain ante 114 parts. So what is the difference? 84 and 114. It is given as 30 parts. 30 parts is given as 33 rupees. If you clearly observe, if you clearly observe this, the cost price is 100 parts. The first selling price is 84 parts. What about the second selling price? 114. How much it was increased? 30 parts. But it is given as how many rupees? 33 rupees. Okay. Next, what you have to find out? Here you have to find out to gain 25%, 100% ki gain 25 ante 125 parts. He should sell the article. So, enta article sell cheyali? 125 parts sell cheyali. Yes. If 30 parts is 33 rupees, then what about 125 parts? That's it. That is how much? Cross multiplication 125 into 33 by 30. That is 5, 6 and 5, 25s. 6 5s, 6 5s. 25 into 5.5. Here you can multiply it or you can directly do the digital sum also. Okay. See here, definitely 0.5 is there. 5 into 5, unit digit must be 0.5. Yes. How many options having 0.5? Option C and option D. So maybe option C, maybe option D. Next, apply the digital sum. If I apply the digital sum, 5 plus 2, 7. 5 plus 5, 10 ante digital sum anta 1. 7 into 1 anta 7. సో డిజిటల్ సమ్ 7 రావాలి, ఎక్కడ వస్తుందో అదే ఆన్సర్. 5319, సో ఇది డిజిటల్ సమ్ 0, ఇది కాదు. 5319 డిజిటల్ సమ్ 0 ప్లస్ 7, సో డిజిటల్ సమ్ ఈజ్ 7. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద కరెక్ట్ ఆప్షన్? C. Option C is the correct option for this question. Clear? In this way you can solve the questions. So with this I will conclude this session, and in the next session, that is 71 to 80, in the next session I will explain the question numbers 71 to 80. If you think it is useful, then please share to your friends also who are preparing for SSC, and not only SSC, other competitive exams. And if you have any doubts regarding any problem, you can ask me directly to my WhatsApp number, or you can ask me in the comment section also. Have a good day and thank you very much. All the very best to all of you. Jai Hind.